we're going to learn about mass and gravity. So first off, creating mass is pretty easy. All you do is just add a bunch of energy. Eventually, a loop will form, and that loop is mass. Emulating gravity is a little more challenging when using the simulator because of performance limitations. So what we can try here is we're going to set the normalization rate pretty low. We're going to try increasing the fall off rate and maybe just a hair up on the field blend rate. If we overdo this, this will fall apart and lose its stability. And I can already tell it's going to. So let's go ahead and bump the multiplier down. Reduce pressure. Maybe we have something close. Drop the fall off rate. Nope, that didn't work. That did worse. Okay. So now we have our gravitational field. This looks a lot more like a gravitational field. One of the performance factors is this. If we bump this up, you'll notice that things will increase. And one thing we can do is we can try placing some energy around it and see if we can get an orbit. Maybe. Okay, that looks better. So that's gravity. That's all it is. This is the curvature that Einstein was talking about. So that might not have been obvious how that worked. What the Modis theory says is that energy propagates through space-time, and as it does, it displaces space-time. Space-time is actually just made up of more energy. So energy displaces other energy. That's essentially it. And by displace, what we mean is you can think of, for example, a bullet moving, and as it moves through the air, it displaces the air. Same sort of concept. So you have energy, and it's moving energy around it. This creates an area of resistance here and here. So then when energy forms a loop, it creates an area of resistance here and here. All right, so here's our resistance. Here's our loop. And that's why you got the ring. And so energy, if it attempts to go this way, probably zoom in. If energy attempts to go this way, it's going to get pushed in that direction because it's easier. And that's it. As you add more energy, these rings get tighter because they're pushing harder. So there's more push this way and more push towards that middle. It gets more spherical. So essentially what's happening then is that over a very large scale, this sort of pattern is repeating itself, where as you are near energy, it's essentially an area of low pressure, and then the pressure actually increases as you get further away. So then anything going through it is going to find that it's less resistance to go towards this area of low pressure.